EmceeTV.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy, that motherfucker Steve. You watching EmceeTV The Podcast. It is 4th of July. I want to say what's happening and what's up to my guy. As always, with me, my bro.
This your boy Big Ray West BIGG representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the West Coast. And they know.
Did that come through extra fast, or did you do that extra fast?
You just listening too slow, my boy.
I was like, holy fuck, what did I just hear?
Yeah.
That was dope. I'm going to drop us the link real quick on the Facebook to let everybody know we out here, we live.
Hello.
The homie Don Bishop sent me a track this morning with Brown America and Scatterman and Snug Brim. So shit he did back in the day I hadn't heard in a while. And it was clean as fuck, man. I was just listening to that this morning while I was cutting topics and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what time it is. Time it is. Snug Brim, my cuddy Black Smoke out of Lawrence, Kansas is putting together an event. I want to say Snug Brim is the host. Maybe the host or the headliner, one of the two. And it's out in KC, actually, I want to say.
Okay.
And he invited me to do that, but I don't think I can make it happen. So shout out Black Smoke and Snug Brim.
Hell yeah. Well, if you end up going, let me know. Snug's the homie.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, I've known him for shit since 2008. Yeah, 2008 when we first started kicking it.
Would he give you $13 if you needed it?
I think he would.
Okay, there it is. Shit, that's the homie.
Yeah, I think he would. You know what I mean? Like, it may take a little persuasion. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'll get you back. But I think we're good enough. You know what I mean? We've exchanged money in the past. He's done some work for me. I've done some work for him. You know? I think I could make that happen.
That's dope as hell.
Yeah, he's a solid dude. Always been a dope MC on the mic, so I fuck with that. Ray, what you got on the agenda today? Let's get into that. It's 4th of July. We're doing the podcast. It's 11 a.m. They're tuning in. They want to know, what do we got? What are we doing today? Are we barbecuing? Are we swimming? Are we cannonballing?
So today is my father's born day, so that's what we celebrate. You know what I'm sizzling? It might be unpopular to most people in Iowa, but, you know, we're making the transition of celebrating Juneteenth. So on our 4th of July, my father passed away, and his birthday is the 4th of July. So that's what we celebrate on the 4th of July. So we'll have a couple family members getting together in remembrance of my father. You want to know how I got these scars? But no, I got a big day on the grill. I'm going to be grilling for my immediate family. A couple of my cousins will come through on my father's side of the family, and of course my mother. And yeah, man, we'll have a good time. You know, imagine slap some bones or some shit like that, and the ones that consume alcohol will do so. And yeah.
Hell yeah. I dig that. I got a little work to do today. I got to finish building this fence. I've been working on it, and you know, it's about done. We had to take out the fence when we added this little side third stall driveway, and so I had to rebuild the fence and whatnot. So I've just been putting that back together, and it's kind of coming together. I got to build the gate today and put the last couple pieces on the gate hardware and hinge and stuff like that, and then close off that last little side. But it's getting there. So
there you go.
Yeah. Today's a good.
What's on the menu though?
So the wife made this Danish dessert. We're taking over to the homie's house.
Okay.
Yeah, his family's having a barbecue. My homeboy True, he's having a barbecue over there, and so we'll slide over there after I'm done sweating it out in the sun, building this fence.
Hell yeah, there you go. Shit, you don't know what's on their menu, or y'all just throwing up hungry with dessert?
He hit me yesterday and said they're doing hamburgers, hot dogs, playing bingo.
There you go.
They got a big slip and slide that they built, and they're just gonna be having fun and you know, just kicking it. His family came up. They throw a big car show each year in Milo, Iowa, and
Yeah.
and so we went down to it last year. Um, it's in remembrance of, I believe, his uncle that had passed away, and so he had originally started the car show, and they're just kind of finishing and carrying on the tradition. So they had, I don't know, 50, 60 cars in it last year, I want to say. And we went down there and kicked it. They had another big barbecue. CP up in here. Uh, Shout out to CP.
Hey, shout out to my Brody, CP, the Golden Voice. That's what I call him, the Golden Voice. Shout out
Hell yeah.
CP from motherfucking Team Liquid. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, straight vodka entertainment.
He said, summer days in the city. I love it.
Hey, we're finna shoot that video, ain't we, Steve-O?
It's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough. That track is gonna be the summer jam right there. It's gonna light up the season.
That shit's hard right there, man. CP be tearing shit up, dog.
I happened to notice you got something new behind you on the top right shoulder.
Oh, is that right?
It looked like,
is that right?
it looked like Nina's back there. Oh shit! And it's autographed.
Yeah, shout out that motherfucker Nina, you know.
I love it.
And that's a good album, man. I'm still playing it. He hasn't, the last album that had replay value for me like that was probably, it might have been the album Nina. The Storm or Nina, one of them two. Then he had Bliss, and then he had Asinine, and then he had, man, that motherfucker got so much shit.
That Asinine record is heat. I fuck with that one. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, I mean, Tech's a killer. Tech's a killer, undoubtedly. But I am a big fan of 5816 Forest. If you have not got it, I would strongly encourage you to scoop it up. That brings me to our first topic. Oops, I'm clicking wrong. Yeah, so Tech's 5816 Forest is out right now. And our first topic is Summer of Strange going on right now. It's going down. Oh, I got the wrong artwork. That's all right. That's okay. It says 2024 on there. I think it's still going down right now. Let me verify I didn't fuck this up that much. I'm pretty sure I saw it posted the other day. I think I just grabbed the wrong graphic. Damn. If I fuck this up. Nah, we're good.
I don't feel like I got a reference to that.
Well, it was just a quick little pop-up.
Oh, okay.
That's Strange Music annual sale, Summer of Strange, that they do. And I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, that just says 2024. Maybe I did fuck this up. Just kidding, y'all. Just kidding. Strange Music may not be doing Summer of Strange right yet. I just got excited. I must have saw an old post that somebody posted, and I went and grabbed the graphic and thought the sale was on.
So let's do this. This comes in via ABC. ABC, this comes in via ABC. Hip-hop mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs acquitted of most serious charges. In a split verdict, hip-hop mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs was found guilty of 2 of the 5 charges he faced, but was acquitted of the most serious charge, racketeering, conspiracy, capping a high-profile trial in Manhattan federal court. Combs was also acquitted of 2 counts of sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion pertaining to former girlfriend Cassie Ventura and another former girlfriend who testified under the name Jane. However, the jury found Combs guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, 1 each for Ventura and Jane. Combs faces a maximum prison sentence of 10 years for each of those counts. Following 6 weeks of testimony presided over by U.S. District Court Judge Aaron Subramanian, that saw the prosecution present 34 witnesses and the defense present none, the jury of 8 men and 4 women deliberated just over 2 days before reaching their verdicts. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I kind of figured it was going to go like this as things kind of wandered down towards the end, solely because in the beginning it looked very grim for P. Diddy. I thought it was going to go south, but as it boiled down and it became less about like there weren't children involved and things like that. It was just adults getting together and having 70s style orgies or whatever. You know what I mean? Everybody getting fucked up and fucking. And so that's not illegal. If you're forcing people to do kinky weird shit, that's different. But it didn't sound like that was quite the case. And so in my opinion, as it boiled down to the facts towards the end, it looked like it wasn't going to be quite the case that they thought it was going to be. Yeah, and so that's kind of where it went for me. How about you, bro?
I think a lot of people are surprised, and I think a lot of people had assumptions that he was done, that he was fried. I think a lot of people was talking big shit now. That's eating a lot of crow right now, and I think there's going to be a lot of people walking it back.
Do you think so? We never saw a list of who they saw on the videotapes and stuff like that. Now, I'm sure the conspiracy theorists are going to say that leverage of people not wanting that to come out was who pressured judges and people to keep it quiet and just make this go away. Do you think that?
Yeah, I'm sure that does have a lot to do with it. It's just like the Epstein list, man. Like,
right?
There's people of such high profile
and
power attached to that shit that, man, it'll fuck the whole world up if that shit came out. They can't show you that shit.
Dudes fucking fucking chicks up behind their wife's back.
They can't expose that to the masses. It's just like, I guarantee you, it's everything that we assume and talk about. Everything that everybody says that's happened, it's that shit.
Right.
It's all that shit, but they just can't confirm it because it'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
So they can get away with just, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy. Nobody does that. Hollywood's not like that.
Yeah. So there was probably
we didn't do choo-choos on Beyonce. We don't do that.
There was probably a merit of truth up in there.
Hell yeah, all that shit's true, man. Them motherfuckers is freak leaks.
And then it, they added on some other shit, and maybe even somebody, maybe some accusations got thrown around or whatever. So who knows? But yeah, it's once it boiled down to it, it was just a kinky 70s style orgy with a bunch of drugs and a bunch of fucking.
Yeah, that's what they had to. Diddy got so much shit on their ass. He was like, "That's what y'all better say it was, and let me off of this motherfucking shit. Because if I go down, we all going down."
Now, because he was exonerated from this, now there was still that stuff with Keefe D. Because Keefe D says he's got proof that Diddy hired him. So he may end up back in the slammer for that one. I mean, that didn't necessarily exonerate or make that one go away. There was a lot of shit when the floodgates opened. Motherfuckers came out talking about all sorts of shit.
Man, who knows, dog? Hey.
Because I haven't really heard much about that one lately.
I was one of the guys, I thought Puff was done, I talk cash shit, so I'm eating crow too, and hey, I was wrong. I got this one wrong, But I was also one of the guys saying that, I felt like if he's wrong, if he's guilty, he should fry. But
right.
If they can't prove it and he gets off, he should be free. So I feel like I said that a couple times.
All right, so let's do this. How long do you think he'll end up doing? So the maximum was 20 years?
4 years max.
You said 4?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to throw it into AI and ask it. I'm thinking 20. I'm sorry. So no, my bad. I'm thinking 5. I was doing the math. I'm thinking 20. No, I'm thinking 5.
He's a billionaire.
All right, we'll see if we can get AI to throw us a guess. How long is P. Diddy expected to serve in jail?
Puff Daddy will serve 6 years.
If convicted on the 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, 10 years per count. Oh, it doesn't say. Prosecutors are seeking a sentence of 4 to 5 years, while defense suggests a shorter sentence, possibly around 2 years.
That's about right, dog. That's about right.
Yeah.
All this big scare shit of he being done for life and then getting off with 2 years, that's about the billionaire way, if you get jail time at all,
Well, and I don't know if it's public or not, but whatever he paid that lawyer team must have been hefty, and so they earned their money. You know what I mean? They
Let's
didn't
say this: he's not a billionaire anymore.
right, right. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, what he lost Revolt TV, he lost or sold, liquidated, whatever. You know what I mean? Like there were a lot of sponsors and partnerships and things that fleed from him as the ship started taking on water.
Yeah, if I'm him, bro, I get all this shit behind me, man. I reinvest in the companies and just lay low. Like, be done with the Hollywood entertainment shit. Like, being the face and, like, being out in the party scene and, like, being seen everywhere and the celebrity life. Like, just be done. Lay low. You lived that life for 50 years, damn near, like, just chill, bro.
Yeah, so I threw that into AI as well just to double check. So he lost Revolt TV, Combs stepped down as chairman, and later fully divested from Revolt. Empower Global, at least 18 companies cut ties with the e-commerce platform. Uh, Diego partnership, Diego. Combs' partnership with Diego, which involved brands like Ciroc and De Leon, ended with Diego becoming the sole owner. Hulu reality series was scrapped. Sean John, his fashion brand, Sean John, reportedly disappeared from Macy's shelves. Reputational and personal losses. Howard University, New York City, asked him to return their ceremonial key. Peloton paused the Combs music and removed the Bad Boy Entertainment Artist series. Charter School in Harlem, severed ties. Yeah, I mean, he definitely he experienced a lot of loss after these charges came out. Um,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
for sure. On to the next one. On to the next one.
Hey, I want to let me shout out real quick. Shout out Frank Mankloke and T Bear. You know what I'm saying? They got a new review show coming out called Views of the West. Views on the West or Views of the West, one of the two.
Okay, that's
Yep.
what's up. That's the
Yep.
homies. Yeah, definitely shout them out.
Yep, they're gonna be doing a review show. They're gonna be reviewing local music and restaurants and dope shit like that. So tap in with T Bear and Frank Mankloke. You know what I'm saying? They're both on Facebook right now too, so you can follow their movements on there.
Okay, they got a new YouTube show. Is that what's going on? They're doing a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yep.
Okay,
They're gonna be doing a podcast, a review show.
that's
Views
what's
from
up.
the West. And
Hell
like
yeah.
I think they're doing an album with it too.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yep.
Okay. Um, so two were arrested with the murder of Big Boy's uncle. Photo credit comes in from USA Today Sports. I want to make sure we give everybody their credit their credit for things that we use on the podcast. It says this one comes in from Hot New Hip Hop. It says two have been arrested in the June murder of Big Boy's uncle as the alleged gunman has turned himself into Atlanta PD. Big Boy lost a family member to gun violence last month in Atlanta, and police have now made two arrests in the murder case. According to Jabroyan Crumbly, according to police, Jabroyan Crumbly turned himself in on Wednesday after he fatally shot Big Boy's uncle, Remion Patton, during June 16th road rage incident. Crumbly was booked into the Fulton County Jail for murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. He's being held without bail. 4 days after the shooting, Janisha Crumbly was also arrested for hindering the apprehension of a felon. She was later released from jail. As this is new information, it is not yet entirely clear what relation the Crumbleys have to one another. Big Boy issued a statement about Patton, affectionately known as Uncle Mooney, around the community. Everybody who knows Uncle Mooney are heartaches. He wasn't just my uncle; he was Unc to all that met him. Unquote. He told WSB TV, Atlanta's ABC affiliate, quote, "A moment of rage has in totally pierced the heart of my family forever. My Uncle Mooney's soul rest in peace." Unquote. Big Boy also posted a video tribute to Uncle Mooney on Instagram with a caption that read, "Long live Uncle Mooney. Miss you, Unc. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord." That's a tough one, man. We see this all too often. You know, people in a moment of rage when somebody cuts them off or whatever, you know what I mean, make one of them decisions that changes possibly their life and for sure somebody else's life forever when they attack them or start fighting or ram them in the car or whatever. And it's a bad situation without a doubt. It's not good.
Yeah, man. At these days of 2025, dog, over road rage, stay in your car. You know what I'm saying? You jump out that vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Anything goes now.
You never
You
know
know
who's
what I'm
got a
saying?
strap, from the little grandma to the youngster.
Anything goes. Everybody has guns. You know what I'm saying? Most states make it very easy to obtain them. You know, in Iowa they just passed it, so 18-year-olds can carry now. You know, so everybody's packing, and ain't nobody fist fighting these days. And if they do fist fight, the loser's pulling a gun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So to stay in your car, just deal with it. You know, I never understood road rage. You know, like I don't know. Like some people have meltdowns, dog, over like simple ass shit. Like as soon as the light turned green and the motherfucker at the red light delays you like 5 seconds, you losing your mind and honking on the horn and shit. Like, damn, you gonna be that late?
Right.
Somebody cuts you off and shit, you ready to get out and motherfucking break their windshield and shit, or somebody take your parking spot. Like, man, shit just ain't that serious to me, dog. I got more important shit to worry about.
Yep. Yeah, I don't really trip on all that. You know what I mean? I mean, if motherfucker cut me off aggressively, I got the kids in the car, I might flip him the bird or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you put my family's
that
life
ain't road
in
rage,
jeopardy.
that's just reaction. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Motherfuckers be having meltdowns behind that wheel though.
Yeah. And I feel like you see it more in the bigger cities. You know what I mean? We're a good sized city, but we're not
Yeah.
LA or New York where you're just stuck for hours in traffic and shit's getting crazy. And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Somebody cuts you off and you've been trying, you've been neck and neck, and all of a sudden a motherfucker think he gonna get edge in front of you or whatever, and then people just flip their shit.
Yeah. All right, but prayers to Big Boy's family, you know what I'm
R.I.P.
saying? Them boys turn themselves in, you know, so they gonna get they due, you know.
Yeah.
God got a plan for them, and it's unfortunate somebody lost their life to an incident because of driving.
Yep.
Like driving, we didn't agree with each other what one of us did driving, so nigga, I'm finna shoot you and take your life now. Like that's hardcore.
Yeah. It's on another level without a doubt.
This next one comes in via, doesn't really say. I'm gonna go with Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and Cool G Rap might form a super group. If this rumor turns out to be true, then GOAT contenders Cool G Rap, Rakim, KRS-One, and Big Daddy Kane might revitalize their careers. For the younger hip hop fans out there, you might not be aware of the reverence with which the culture holds Rakim, KRS-One, Cool G Rap, and Big Daddy Kane in their community. These are some of the earliest GOAT contenders and the foundations of the genre today, and according to a new rumor, they might extend and revitalize that legacy very soon. This came in via allhiphop.com. It says, report a high-flying bird told the outlet that the four MCs might form a super group tentatively called Mount Rushmore. Don't do that. Don't do that. The Rushmore shit's already sold up, dog. That's it. Don't do that. Allegedly, close sources to its development suggested to the publication that its formation is supposedly getting finalized with a locked-in budget. Presumably, this relates to a joint album celebrating the supergroup or other big moves, releases, and endeavors. However, the catch of these legendary rappers allegedly teaming up is that one of them, identity undisclosed, still hasn't fully bought into the idea. We will see if that changes and if the supergroup will even pan out to be a reality. What's more is that Slick Rick is also part of these rumors, as he might allegedly make an appearance on at least one track with the rest of the rumored Mount Rushmore. Perhaps he could replace the On the Fence member if that doesn't pan out.
That's hardcore, bro. I fuck with that major.
So I love the idea, but we can't do no Rushmore shit. You know, the West Coast already got the Mount Westmore sewed up, so you're gonna do we're gonna have Mount Westmore and then Mount Rushmore.
It does get a little confusing at that
That's
point.
goofy. Y'all gotta go be more original than that, you know. I love the supergroup idea, and I love that all these guys are still eager to put out some music or want to get back out there and do some music.
Some of the dopest lyricists in the game. Like some of these dudes really pioneered double entendres and some of these literary terms that we hold dearly today.
Yep. And it's probably M80 behind this because I feel like he was trying to put Cool G Rap and Rakim together for an album.
That'd be tough. That'd be tough. We might have to tap in with him and ask him what the word is on that.
I'm pretty sure he knows too. He's probably behind this shit. And Slick Rick just dropped the album too. I forgot. That kind of flew under the radar. You see that?
I missed that one.
Yeah, Rick got a new album out. Obviously, Rakim put a couple new things out. So it doesn't seem that crazy to me, that fucking, who else has dropped? Arrested Development just dropped a new single. Did I send you that?
You sent me a couple of them. I wasn't quite able to keep up, I'll be honest. But
okay. I think I sent it to you.
Okay.
But Arrested Development just dropped a new single and music video. It's like, shit, the legends are starting to wake up, and I like it.
Hell yeah. It says Slick Rick dropped a new album called Victory.
Yeah. I've heard all bad things about it, though.
Did you say you've heard bad things about it?
Heard all bad things about it.
Oh, shit.
I haven't listened to it myself yet, so.
I'm having issues finding album art on it. Yeah, I don't see any album art. Maybe this is it.
And Public Enemy dropped a new single. That March Madness shit. Flavor Flav was on. Like, what the fuck? This is hard as a motherfucker.
Okay, that is the album art. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can grab it and bring it in for us real quick before we move on. This is it's pretty tough looking. I was fortunate enough to get to see Slick Rick last year, and
Omaha.
Yep. And I was very excited to get to see him. I've anymore. I feel like I've kind of checked off the OGs on the bucket list that I haven't. There's definitely still some that I would love to see, but I'm whittling it down. You know what I mean? Like it was very cool for me to get to see a lot of these OGs, and I'm very impulsive with the comments with the concerts, but I feel like a lot of these OGs are people that I never had an opportunity to see. You know what I mean? So it's exciting for me to get to see them, and so I'm gonna spin the new record. I'll be outside doing some saw work and working today, cutting up wood and doing things. So I'll jam this one, and maybe I can report back and let y'all know what I think about it. But the album art looks kind of cool. It's simple, you know what I mean? But it's there. I fuck with it.
Make sure you slap that new Daz too.
And the Daz Dillinger. Revenge, Get Back, and what is it?
Revenge, Retaliation, and Get Back 2.
Are you two?
Yeah,
you son.
Yeah.
It ain't number one, it's number two.
You know it.
Hell yeah. So in other news, let me pivot off of this real quick. Bam. That image they used was from the concert I went to. In other news, Eminem takes a shot at Kanye and his cousin on the new JID song. I saw this morning. It kind of got me excited. I was not aware of this. I try to stay tapped in on the Shady movement, and I didn't know he had dropped some new music last night with JID. This is a single off JID's new album, The Prelux. So the article goes on to say, Eminem delivered a new verse on JID's latest EP, and as usual, it generated some controversy for its lyricism. JID released The Prelux to his highly anticipated fourth album, God Does Like Ugly, on Friday morning. It is as high quality as fans have grown to expect from the Dreamville artist. The 4-track EP includes features from, how you think you say that, Ray? Black?
Yep.
Six Black. Black and Lil Yachty. It also includes a new track with Eminem, who is returning the favor after JID appeared on Fuel, a standout from M's latest album, The Death of Slim Shady. The track is titled Animals Part 1, and it features the pair delivering high-level displays of technical expertise with winding verses that both clock in at nearly 3 minutes each. M takes shots at several people, but the most controversial lyrics in the verse are the ones about Kanye West. Quote, with these magazines, I act out like he and his cousin. M raps about a third of the way through his massive verse. Of course, that bar is direct reference to Ye's song "Cousins," where he admits to having an incestuous relationship with his cousin. When
It's Yay.
oh
Yep.
okay,
Yes, sir.
yay, Kanye. Okay, yep, you're right. Yeah, Ye's looks like you, but yay. All right,
Hmm.
Ye's song "Cousins," where he admits to having an incestuous relationship with his cousin when both of them were younger. Quote, M is foul for that, wrote one user in response to the line. Quote, what goes through your mind to say this? Another asked. This is not a bar, wrote a third. Um, I mean, that's
I'm not. Hey, I mean that's what I expect out of Eminem. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I don't take it as he dissed Kanye. He's just that's what he do. He say shock value shit. If you put yourself in the news, Eminem's gonna poke at your ass. That's what he do. I feel like that's a given, right?
yeah. I don't really got much empathy for Kanye. He's done a lot of dumb shit this year that just didn't appeal to me. So this was a double whammy for me. Not only was it some Slim Shady shit, but it was also some fuck Kanye shit. So it's
Right.
a win-win for me.
I ain't mad at you. Shit.
uh, what else we got, homie? Is there another one in there? The Wu Tang joint. So I sent this to Ray last night. You want to do this one, or you want me to do it?
Go ahead.
So I'm kind of excited. I'm super excited for this one. As y'all know, I mean, I talked about it numerous times. I'm going to Detroit, son. And I'm going back to motherfucking Detroit. This
East
time,
side.
yeah. This one's for the Wu Tang. And so I was scrolling through Wu Tang's Twitter and Method Man's Twitter and looking at different things. You know what I mean? I thought maybe they's doing a pop up somewhere or something. Method Man has that strain of weed that he calls Takal. And so I thought maybe he was doing an in-store at a dispensary or something. We swing through and peep it out. But I didn't really see anything. But then I came across this on Method Man's Twitter and kind of went down the rabbit hole. And so the article goes to say, this is off the SoundCloud, but it says it's a SoundCloud exclusive. It says download the instrumental from Wu Tang and Mathematics Warrior 2 Coolie High. And this was it goes on to say Mathematics, the New York City-based DJ and producer and Wu Tang Clan member, the legendary hip-hop group, are collaborating with SoundCloud on an exclusive remix opportunity. Fresh off the release of the 2025 album Black Samson, the Bastard Swordsman, and featured track Warriors 2 Coolie High with Benny the Butcher and Method Man, a nostalgic, soulful cut inspired by the classic Wu-Tang sound. Mathematics and Wu-Tang have released their track instrumental and want to hear your original 16-bar verse on it. Enter the 36 chambers and don't sleep on the opportunity to get your rhymes heard by Wu-Tang. Mathematics' decades-long passion for creating original hip-hop has inspired the collaboration with SoundCloud. By sharing the instrumental for Warriors 2 Coolie High, he and Wu Tang Clan are looking for fresh rap talent who can bring the new flavor to the original Wu Tang style. Mathematics and the Wu Tang Clan will be listening through the tag hashtag Warriors 2 Open Verse, and will feature their favorite tracks in an official playlist on Wu Tang's SoundCloud account. This is an invitation to show and prove, Mathematics says. Wu-Tang has always been a brotherhood of bars and beats, and we're opening up the gates for the next Warriors to step into the arena. I love that closeout. I love the way he said that. Step into the arena. We're opening it up. I sent this to the homie Nuisance. I sent this to my bro Big Ray West, and I sent this to the homie Black Pegasus. That's the homies that I think are like supreme MCs that could really fuck this up. So Steve said, yee.
Boy, CP wild as hell.
I said it multiple times too. I'm gonna call him Kanye from now on. That's my dude Kanye.
He said Steve say yee. This hell. CP, hold on, man. Chill out, man.
Nah, I deserve it. I deserve it. Shit, get him.
Chill out, CP, man. I try to, we gotta get the homie right. We gotta keep the homie right.
The way it was written, it was too early in the morning. You know what I mean? I get the water on my face yet. I ain't awake. The coffee's just kicking in. Nah, but Ray, you gonna jump on the Wu Tang joint, bro? You gonna fuck it up?
I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's dope. I think it's fun. Realistically, I probably won't. I should though.
I think you should, bro.
Yeah, I probably should. What do I got to lose? I'm a machine anyway. What's another 16 out to the atmosphere?
You know what I'm saying? We could run it on the Instagram. We could put it on the YouTube. We put that motherfucker out there, bro. And shit. Maybe when I'm dapping up mathematics at the Wu Tang show, I'll be like, "Did you hear my bro?"
Slip the USB in that nigga's pocket.
That's what I'm saying. I think you dropped this, homie.
I think you dropped this, homie. $100 bill wrapped around that hoe. Yeah, no, that's funny.
I got his email.
I'm gonna check it out. Man. I should do it though. There's no reason why I shouldn't, honestly.
I'm saying, fuck with it, bro. Fuck with it.
There's no reason why I shouldn't.
Yeah, I would. I mean, not to mention, it's an opportunity to just rock on a dope ass beat. That motherfucker's nasty. You know.
Yeah, and I fuck with Benny too.
Real talk.
And Math, so that's ignorance.
Yeah. So I think it'd be cool. We could put enough gas behind it that I think we could make a splash with it that they would see it either way. You know what I mean? So they might retweet it. They might reshare it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Screen record it. Motherfuckers doing reactions to the Ray verse Cooley High too.
Hell yeah.
I fuck with it.
So let me get your thoughts on this. 7-Eleven Kings of the West was supposed to be scheduled to be at Wells Fargo / Casey's Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. That event has been canceled. Headlined by Bone Thugs and Harmony, The Dog Pound, DJ Quick, Mac 10, motherfucking Sugar Free, and a host of other West Coast legends. How do you feel about that show being canceled?
I mean, I'm definitely sad. I was excited to see it. I think it would have been great for the city. I just brought the graphic in. It's a little large. Sorry, I was covering your head, bro. I was definitely excited to see it. I'm a little let down that our city didn't come out and support it. And that's ultimately what happened, I believe. You know what I mean? They just didn't move enough tickets to justify a show of this magnitude. Des Moines, this was something so big that we needed a radio station behind it. You know what I mean? We needed somebody that was really pushing it, giving away some tickets on 98.3. You know what I mean? Talking about it constantly. Hey, come on down. You know what I mean? Like Denver does a big summer jam with Kiss 107, and we could have ultimately had something like that. I think it just. It needed somebody like Ray West out there talking about it. It needs somebody like Ray West on the stage, hyping it up, bringing a little love to the show, and getting up there and rocking the mic and setting the stage on fire before these dudes got up there. I knew a lot of people that didn't know shit about it, unfortunately. You and I talked about it, and we were excited. Shout out to the homie Tremaine. He just hit us with some fire emojis.
Shout out my doggy Tremaine. We got a lot of work about to come out this year.
I think that this would have been a phenomenal show. I just, unfortunately, they just didn't do the tickets. So you can't blame the promoters for that. You know what I mean? If the city ain't supporting it, it was coming up in a week from today. If the city wasn't supporting it, nobody wants to fall on their face and lose all that money. So
they were even doing buy one, get ones.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Yep. And that even stung for me because I paid full price for 2 tickets. So I was like, damn. I was like, damn. But, I would have taken it on the chin for that one. You know what I mean? And just been like, forget it, whatever. I'm still excited to see the show. And a handful of these artists were going to be on a redundant show that I was going to see that Live Nation was promoting. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna catch Quick and Bone Thugs in Chicago. That'll be the makeup for it. You know what I mean? Mac 10 would have been phenomenal. You know what I mean? I've been a fan of him ever since Faux Life. The Dog Pound would have been huge. Too Short, E40. I've seen 40 before, but it would have been cool to see him again. And Sugar Free. You know what I mean? So there's a handful of and Khadijah. There's a handful of artists on there I had never seen. And that would have been cool to check them off the bucket list. But that was a long-winded answer, but ultimately, I love Des Moines. I don't want to shit on the city. I don't want to shit on the city, but I got to blame the city for not coming out and supporting this. You know what I mean? We didn't buy enough tickets, and so we missed this opportunity.
Yeah, it's not only that, Des Moines not built for that type of show, though. You know, that's a West Coast running show. You know, the entire roster is West Coast artists, and you're bringing it to a Midwestern state where the population is mostly white. You know, this state is, to be fair, Iowa's a country state, bro. So if you bring you bring some. I bet that you could bring a whole bunch of 90s legends, 90s countries legends, build a country show like that, and that shit would sell the motherfucker out here in Iowa.
I went to that 90s show a while back with Salt and Pepper.
No, I'm talking about 90s country show.
Right. But I'm saying I went to the 90s show a while back. It was called the 90s Tour with Naughty by Nature, Salt and Pepper, Rick Springfield. And somebody else was on that joint, and it was packed in Wells Fargo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would agree. You know what I mean? We get Eric Church up in here or whatever, and that motherfucker's jumping. And he's earlier. He's not a '90s country artist, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of Garth Brooks. The only one that comes to my mind when I think '90s.
You do Garth Brooks. You do George Strait.
There you go. I don't even know if Garth performs anymore. Last thing I heard about Garth Brooks was when him and Tech Nine met up at a show, and Tech didn't even know who he was taking a picture with. He was like, "Who was it?"
Yeah. But bottom line, you know, it's about the market. You know, you got to look at who will be buying these tickets in that market. You know what I'm saying? Des Moines, Iowa. Who's coming out to that? You know, okay. The market for that type of show is kind of thin. You know, with that show, you're looking for the urban market, and you're looking for about 35 years old and up. And that's urban and 35-year-old and up in Des Moines. You know, it's not a very, very big market. We could make it happen, but then for that to happen, the promo has to be great. Like you said, I love the idea of needing a radio station involved. I think that would have made it pop for sure too.
Yeah.
It just needed the promo needed to be way bigger for the market they was trying to target in Iowa.
All right, so now I'm gonna flip it on you. That one is off, and we are on to.
Hold on. One more. I'm sorry. One more. So with that being said, July 11th, Kings of the West is canceled in Des Moines, but my bro AJ the Dread will be here in Des Moines July 11th at Lefty's Live Music for another Astronauts tour, and he's bringing AG Strange with him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, shout out AJ the Dread from Omaha. You know what I'm saying? They're about to kick off their tour in Des Moines July 11th at Lefty's, and since the Kings of the West is canceled, I will probably be there fucking with my doggy.
Hell yeah, I respect that. There we go.
I love it. You guys are so great.
Yeah. So that's dope as hell. Shout out AJ the Dread out of Omaha. The artwork on that poster looks dope as hell. Much respect to them. And I will probably try and pop in there for that as well after I get off work.
Go.
I ended up picking up a shift that night because the show was canceled. But I'll probably try and pop in there afterwards and say what's up to y'all. Okay. Now we're back to the Thuggish Ruggish Mafia. We've talked about this one a handful of times.
Yep.
Tinley Park, Chicago. I know Tremaine's up in here. He was watching. I talked to Tremaine. He talking about going out there. Ray, are you gonna pivot? Are you gonna grab a ticket and come to this Thuggish Ruggish Mafia shit?
I mean, I would like to, but it's not likely. You know what I'm saying? It's not likely.
Such a high. We started at such a high. I would like to. And then we took a dive like a roller coaster.
Yeah, shit. Shit's expensive, though.
Yeah, well, this was cheaper.
I got a lot of shit already. Only $99. I got to double everything. I got a woman. My woman would want to go see Nina, so.
I feel you.
So I don't know, man. I'd like to, but it's probably not going to happen.
I didn't hear a no.
Yeah,
it wasn't a no.
No. You know, unless I might get lucky and hit on one of these scratch tickets or something. But you know, I got a lot of other shit going on. I got a lot of other comedy shows and events to attend, and then I gotta get ready for this San Francisco trip still, and I still gotta buy tickets to that, and you know.
I feel you.
We'll see.
Okay. That was my backup plan. So plan one failed. I already had plan two on the radar. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We're going to 3-6 Mafia, Tech 9, DJ Quick, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Boom. And I wonder if ultimately, I mean, aside from ticket sales being short on the mega show, you know what I mean? I wonder if this Live Nation promotion for that tour ultimately was kind of the nail in the coffin for the other tour, because
hell yeah, it was.
You know, Live Nation is huge. They're mega. So, yeah. So, anyways, all right, man. It's noon. You got a barbecue coming up pretty soon. You got family members coming over and stuff. What time does your party kick off today?
Man, you know, black people don't fuck around till later, man. So shit, probably around 5, 6, something like that. You know, ain't no telling what Jack told Helen.
You got a little time. I'm gonna be out there. It's nice and hot now, so I'm gonna go out there and go work in the yard for a little bit. This is strategic on my part. I like to wait till the peak of the heat before I start my day.
Well, you tell me how that goes.
It's gonna be horrible. It's
gonna be horrible.
Next podcast, I'm gonna look like a fucking lobster.
Yeah.
Nah, it shouldn't be too bad. I'll tough it out. It's got to be done.
It's all good.
All right, y'all. Until next time. Hey, everybody have a happy 4th. I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching today. We had a lot of interaction. The homies came out and supported this podcast, as well as many other people. I appreciate everybody liking, sharing, and commenting. You know what I mean? We do this for y'all. So if you know, the fact that you guys interact with us and you share it and you tell other people about it only keeps this movement growing and lets more people know about it, and it fuels our fire. It puts more wind in the sails of the ship and just keeps us moving. So thank you so much to everybody that supported and joined us on this holiday. Shout out to everybody that's doing their thing today, having fun with the fireworks, and shout out to everybody that served in the military to allow us to do this. So thank you for doing what you do. And on to my homie Ray West. Until next time.
It's your boy Big Ray West, BIGG, representing the west side of Des Moines, Iowa, not to be confused with the coast, and they know.
And we out, y'all. Peace. Happy 4th.
Been known to snatch a piece or two. Y'all can't take over cause we gon' eat the you. Rock steady like a ginger brought Aretha through. This shit torture and I'ma keep feeding you. On that East Coast shit, y'all better duck down. Price on his dome, 5 on it like yuck mouth. When the plug get knocked, that's when the price jumps. American Nightmare, that's where the Spice won. Rappers running like Ricky in the alleyway. Putting an end to the week, no Saturday. They want static, get it shaking like Cassius Clay. Passionate thugs mixing Douce with Alizé.
Don't play with us, them moves ain't got you safe enough. Yelling fuck 'em like Smokey off the angel dust. My life so real, sounds like I made it up. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up. Dangerous, sharper than a razor's touch. We hit that strip and get the caking up. God hate ugly, so ain't no saving us. Been up so long, I don't remember waking up.